I'm Michelle and this is MIchmash. Today I'm filming my February favorites, which is just a list of different, mostly TV shows and movies that I watched this month, and a couple other random things that I've been loving and I just wanted to share with you. I have a bit of a different filming setup here. I'm just chilling on the couch because our whole house is messed up right now. Okay, so starting with movies. I watched a few movies this month. Starting with Short Term 12, which is a movie on Netflix, so definitely you are able to check it out, and I really recommend it. It's a movie with Brie Larson, who is starting to get really popular. She's the girl in the Oscar-nominated movie Room. I think she's nominated for Best Actress as well. This is a movie that's from probably 4 or 5 years ago. Brie Larson plays a girl working in a youth home as a caretaker for these youth, and I don't think she's an actually certified psychologist. She might be, but she just works as a helper in this youth home, and it just follows the horrible stories of the youth, all the horrible things that they've had to deal with in their young lives, and also how it affects the workers, and more so it circulates on their lives. It was just really interesting. It made me and my boyfriend cry, and it is so good, and I really recommend it. And I heard about that movie from Max from Well Done Books, that's his channel name, and he was talking about it in a certain video, so I'll link that below. The next movie I watched is The Big Short, which is nominated for Best Picture, and I guess by the time this video goes up we will know if it won or lost. I don't think it will win, but it was an excellent movie and really important things to learn, especially people our age, I think, who are starting to get into the phase of life where they might be starting to buy a house, which is actually something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. I don't buy something you can't afford and it's just horrible. So many people lost their homes, lost everything they had back in 2008. I didn't really watch too many movies that were nominated for the Oscars this year, even though I'm going to an event that's playing the Oscars live broadcast tomorrow. But I guess the ones I watched were The Big Short, The Martian, and then I watched The Revenant last night. I think that might be all the ones I watched. But The Revenant was also pretty good, but I wouldn't say it was one of my favorite movies. I could understand why it would win if it did, but it's just not one of those movies that you want to watch again and again. It's really intense and really kind of slow moving, but beautiful and amazing acting, so a very well done movie, but not like a movie that is really my interest. So then moving on to TV, two of my all-time favorite shows came back on TV this season, or in February, and that is 1, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, and 2, Broad City. Those are probably the only 2 shows that we make a point of watching every single week. Other shows we'll wait till it's all out, or we'll just binge it on Netflix or something, but those are the 2 shows that we make a point to make sure we're watching it every single week, because we were literally counting down the days till Broad City came back on. That show is so funny. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to try it out. It's about these 2 girls, they're best friends, they live in New York, and they are just hilarious people, and they're so different, but they mesh, like, they get along so well, and they are just hysterical. I don't even know how else to describe it, but it is so good. And we watched the first 2 seasons again in advance for the 3rd season to come out. And then the other show, Last Week Tonight, is a weekly news show on HBO, and it's only a half an hour, which is not long enough, and it only comes on like every so often in the year. It's not like a every single week type thing, but John Oliver is hilarious. It tackles really big issues like the prison system or gun control, or this week it was abortion, so like super heavy, intense topics, but it does it in a way that's really engaging, and you're keeping up with it the entire half an hour. You're never bored. Then they have little snippets of like hilarious, like making fun of news anchors or just different things that have happened in the world that week that are important to know about, and I just love that show so much. So Highly recommend both of those TV shows. So I've been getting into this YouTuber this month who, I mean, she has millions of subscribers, so I'm totally late to the game. Her name is Singh, and her channel name is Superwoman, and she has a vlog channel as well, Superwoman Vlogs. And I've been loving her vlogs recently because she is such a go-getter, and I think that's why a lot of people like her, but she makes comedy videos on YouTube. She usually posts twice a week a comedy video. She has characters of her parents that she dresses up as and makes videos with them. Her last video, the difference between you and your parents or something like that, I will link it below because you have to watch it. It's so funny. I love that one. And then she's also just moved to LA. She's Canadian, but she's moved to LA and she's trying to make it in the acting business, I guess. And she's been going on lots of interviews and auditions and tons of meetings. She just came out with a movie that was like a documentary of a world tour that she did for her YouTube channel, and she's just always doing so much. She's super inspirational. And yeah, she's just super inspirational. She has so much energy. She's a lovely person. One of her big things that she's passionate about is girl love and girls being nice to each other and supporting each other instead of tearing each other down and being jealous and competitive. So I just really agree with a lot of things she stands for, and I really am inspired by her, so I'm enjoying watching all of her videos lately. Also recently I went to see a Broadway production in Calgary, the Broadway Across Canada production of Wizard of Oz, and it was so amazing. I was so impressed. I watched a couple Wizard of Oz shows that were like theater more than a musical, or Wicked. I've seen it a couple times I think now, and so I was kind of going into it being like, I'm kind of sick of the whole Wizard of Oz story, besides the fact that my sister watched it every single day as a kid, so I really know that movie very well. But we were both like so impressed. The costumes were incredible and the sets were so beautiful, and it was just so good. So if you are in Canada and you have a chance to go see Wizard of Oz when it comes to your city, definitely I would recommend it. So that's all I have for this favorites video, mostly multimedia things. Hopefully next month I'll be able to add a few more like random bits. But thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you've seen any of those movies or TV shows and if you like them as well. And let me know what you've been loving or any TV shows or movies that you would recommend to me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.